Welcome to Conscious Creation with actress, author, and healer Dee Wallace. If you want to take charge of your life, really take charge of your life, the next hour will be a fun, enlightening experience in creating the life you want. Whether it's money, health, success, or relationships, join Dee in celebrating the power of you and see your life expand into joyful creation. To join Dee now, call 319-527-6305. And don't forget, Dee can also be heard on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, plus UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network. And now, here's Dee.
Hello, all you amazing, fabulous, incredible, magnificent, so very loved and darn sexy people. Wow. Oh my gosh, what a webinar. What a webinar. What a webinar. It was all about how to create everything. And man, it's still going on. Thank you to Al and Jan for compiling everybody's core beliefs that came in, because I've put together quite an incredible pattern of belief systems that kind of collapse back in on themselves, which I will be getting to everyone that ordered the webinar. But I have a lot of information for everybody today. But if I were you, I would go back and listen to this webinar. I think it's still on the home page. I also want to tell everybody, because you yell at me because you don't get the information, October 23rd is the date my NCIS will air. Only 3 scenes, guys, but it's a very nice little part and a good show. October 23rd and November 23rd, the day after Thanksgiving, I have a beautiful movie on called Every Other Holiday on Lifetime. So there you go. You can get your defix from the acting perspective. Okay, so the webinar and what we know is it's all about the signal that you send out, that your thoughts have emotional connection to them, and that is literally an electrical signal that goes out to the ionosphere, the energetic band around the earth, bounces off that and gets delivered back to you. So whatever your attention is on is what you will be creating in your life. So it's important that that signal is very clear and focused, and that all the energy that we're dealing with is integrated so that we're all working toward the same thing, right? That we're not in odds with ourselves. And there's several parts of energy that they gave us, but the most important part is getting your inner child in alignment and integrated with what you want as an adult now. So again, sit down, go back to your family, age 6 through conception. What was going on in your family? What lessons were you given? What were you verbally taught? What limitations? What fears? What was modeled to you? All those things affect you if they are in conflict with what you want now. They also talked a lot about knowing that it's possible and not limiting our possibilities, and pointed out that oftentimes, even when we're focused on expansion, we limit ourselves, right? So I just want to make $5,000 a month limits then the possibility of 10,000 coming in. So you want to be open to all possibilities. You know, I at least am claiming this much, and then bring me in as much as you want to bring me in. Also keep in mind that you are claiming it for now, not for the future, for right now. Also keep in mind that you have to trust yourself as the creator of you. And when I started putting together all of the core beliefs that came in over the webinar, the one that starts the cycle of non-creation is, I'm not supposed to be here and I don't belong. I'm not supposed to be here being the God of me, being the power that I am, being creation. I'm not supposed to be here and I don't belong doing that. Well, if we hold on to that belief system, which is age-old, past lives, future lives, you know, if we keep holding on to that, how are we ever going to experience truly that we're God? Because we keep telling ourselves that, you know, I'm not supposed to be here and I don't belong. So there's no way that I can be the God of me then, because I don't have the power since I'm not even supposed to be here. Let's see. Yes, also we must create from a state of love. So go in to the feeling of love first before you claim your creation. And then they took me to the cocktail to remind you all. The cocktail is 1 through 5 on the first sheet. To remind us all that we are always in choice what signal we want to send out. We can send out worry. We can send out knowing. We can send out excitement and gratitude for receiving. We can send out despondency because, well, I'm not supposed to be here and I don't belong. So most of us are sending out mixed signals, guys, and we want to make sure that there are no belief systems in conflict. Yes, those of you that signed up for the webinar, I'm getting you the pattern. I put it together yesterday. Thank God that Jan and Al sent me that stuff, because it made it a heck of a lot easier. And I think we're going to go straight to the calls. I'm going to start with Daniel. Hi, honey. You're on.
Hi, sweetness.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good.
I'm seeing and wanting clarity on commitment and follow-through. Come to my attention particularly yesterday, and I'm seeing it.
Well, if you're seeing it, you're pulling it to you because you're supposed to focus on it. Right?
Right.
Okay. So what is your specific question around commitment?
What is our challenge with committing fully?
Okay. Well, we're going to a core belief here. Yeah. Okay. So it's right back to what we were talking about. I can never be God. And if you feel like cannot be the God, or if the word creator, in charge of creation, is easier for you, then you're not going to commit, because subconsciously you're going, what's the point? Now, the beauty of this is If you would just commit, you would see that you're the God of you, because you have to get results. If you're committing from a place of love and excitement and open to all possibilities. So there's a conundrum, guys. You have to take the first step. The first step, commit, and go forward. And then you see how powerful you are in your own creation process. But it's a catch-22. If you don't step forward, you're not going to move into that experience, and that will keep you from totally committing in the moments coming up. Are you with me, Daniel?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like, don't question it, just do it. Just do it and you'll see. Feel the fear and do it anyway.
And
Yeah?
It's the fear of our own power.
Exactly. Always. It feels like the fear of our lack of power and that we're not going to be able to do it. But in essence, it's the other way.
Yeah.
It's that Nelson Mandela quote, our deepest fear. I can't pull it up right now. It's hanging over my bed. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure. So let's all come together to claim, I am committed to experiencing my immeasurable power. Ooh, I like that.
Ooh,
so it is.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, darling.
Thank you, Dee.
All right, we're going to go. It's the boys' day. Kirk, what's that?
Hey, baby.
Hi. Hey, sweetheart.
My friend Genevieve's here, too. We're on speaker. A good
Hello,
speaker.
everybody. What's up?
Hi, Dee.
Hi, baby.
We were already starting to do the work on the question. I'm having a particularly good run with getting some additional notoriety for my artwork.
Yay!
If anybody happens to pass a copy of Fine Art Connoisseur magazine, look inside the back page. There's a full page of one of my pieces.
Oh, that's awesome, Kirk.
And following our own lead, I started to be more diligent about writing down what I want in the morning. And several months ago, a couple months ago, I wrote down, I want to be featured in magazines. This was one I named, and I said, and not because it's paid advertising, I want them to just feature my stuff. And when it came out, I modified that. I asked that it be retroactive, that when I get this notoriety, it results in immediate increase in sales. The question today is, I'm in this wonderful outdoor painting competition up in Cape Ann, Massachusetts, and I love painting water, and I've been really feeling great about that. I'm feeling really great about being with my artist friends. And Genevieve pointed out that I keep and I want to win it, and she said, you keep leaving out the money.
Yep.
That I also want it to be lucrative. More than lucrative.
Well, this goes back, guys, to I dealt with this so much in my acting studio. That age-old message that creative people, teachers, and preachers shouldn't make any money because they're just at the service of the world. And it really does speak to keeping yourself humble, right?
Yeah.
But bottom line, that's not how energy works, guys. Energy works in a circle of recidive, receiving and giving. So if you're putting out the signal that you're not worthy to receive the money that is rightfully perfect exchange for your talent, then that's a really mixed signal to the world. Do you understand? Okay, so money, Kirk, is energetically the same as your love for water and your love to paint water. Yeah, so good. See, you could feel right into that. But most of us have been taught that, it's wrong to want money. It's certainly wrong to want money in exchange for your services, while at the same time, our adult selves are going, no, I love money and I want more money. And I, need more money. And the little child in us is going, no, you don't. No, you don't. Just hold yourself down and just keep giving. Well, that was an erroneous message. That's an incorrect message that we got from churches, societies, and our own family. And we have to reparent our little kid to start loving money, knowing that we are spiritually conscious people and totally willing to be giving of our talents and our time and our love in exchange for that money. Hold on. Nope, there's nothing else. It's just that those old messages, baby.
Yeah. And I did start to put down specific financial goals and specific financial dates, as per your reminding us about Think and Grow Rich and doing a daily note. And what I've had some wonderful successes with it, and it's been very interesting to put down specifics. And in the part where what will you give in exchange for it, I've delved into some really wonderful particulars in terms of acting, in terms of art. Not just, I want to roll on a primetime series. It's, I want to arrive, I'm going to walk in, my dressing room will have my name, it'll be in this font I've written in someone else's handwriting, and then there's a cup of coffee, there's a revision to the script, and just the general joy of the whole process that I previously did not delve into.
Yeah, it's that joy of the experience, guys. That'll create faster for you than anything. Just that joy of, I was working with someone yesterday about money, interestingly enough, and there was a meditation that he had that he said it just thinking about that meditation just lifted him up. And I said, well, that's the same energy as money. And it was like he walked into a new world, that I remind you that a long time ago when I was teaching my on-camera thing that's still available on the website in the IM series on money, they had me take a picture of Gabrielle, my little girl, and she was like 3 years old in her tutu, and say, this is the same energy as money. So basically love is the same energy as money, and money is the same energy as love, unless you've been taught to limit that in some way, right? All right, baby. Thank you. It's great to hear from you, Kirk, and I'm celebrating all your success.
Thank you. And I want to say to you and to all the people out there, that all the listeners and people in the community I know specifically, and those that I will meet in the future, I appreciate each and every one of you, and you really make a difference in my life, and I value you, and I appreciate you, and I love you.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Kirk. And back at you, baby. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. No, how sweet is that? All right, let's see. We're going to go to Emily in California. Hi, you're on.
Hi, Dee. Can you hear me
Hi,
okay?
babe. I can.
Oh, amazing webinar.
Thank you.
I would love some discernment from the channel. My daughter and I had plans for me to work at getting a job in Korea so we could live overseas for, 6 months. And basically what I've discovered is, nearly all the jobs want you to commit for a year. So that was a decision and a process. I came to actually open up to that and feel deeply called then to the transformation that I could feel would take place. But in talking to my daughter and her dad, kind of in the meantime, she's done this amazing job of starting to create this new life for herself here. And the short of it is she's not interested in going now. She would like to be here for the rest of her junior and senior year. And I just am, adjusting to the idea of like, okay, that means, I need to adjust to being here.
Why? Why?
And then I go, why? And so, she basically said, at this point, she's mostly been living with her dad over the last year since we moved out of our place and, I went for 6 months to help my mom. She was with me part of the time, but she said, I want you to be my mom. You're only going to be here for, it's less like a year and a half. I'll be 18. And she said, that's more important to me. She would have come over with me only for part of the time, maybe for 4 months. And she said, I don't think it's worth it. And so
worth it to who?
To her, she's
well,
expressing that
we're not talking about what's worth it to her. So
yeah, this is where
Emily,
I'm like, oh my God, what is like?
Well, it's helping you get clear about priorities, and it's also helping you get clear about creating yourself. So this is what really most of us do. We create ourselves around what other people want us to be. Now, I just had, they wanted me to come in and audition for Suits, and it was a really great part, but it overlapped one day with the day that I'm shooting Gabrielle's short. And Gabrielle said, Mom, just give me a day. Let me see if I can change the location that we had for you. Well, they wouldn't even wait one day. And up until then, I was ready I just sat back and I said, work it out. I'll know if I'm supposed to do it. Just everybody work it out with me. But when they came back and said, no, we won't even wait one day, that was my answer. Because if they're not willing to wait one day for me to see if I can work out my schedule, they don't want me very badly. And for me, family always comes first. Not if I feel like I'm having to give myself up. And I didn't feel that in this regards. So, Emily, my question to you from the channel is, does it make any difference if you wait another year and a half to do this, or do you want to do it right now?
Oh.
Because you are teaching your daughter, you realize, how to claim power over your own life and what's going to make you happy if you go.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lesson there that you're modeling for her.
Yeah.
And if you don't care, then wait a year and a half and go then.
Right. And
So what is your heart? Go to your heart.
My heart says right now.
Well, that's what you got to follow. I know you guys, everything in us fights that. But you've got to know she's going to be okay. She's going to be protected. If she wants to come over, she can come. It'll be a great experience for her while you are modeling to her your own empowerment about doing what's good for you. And we do not teach our daughters that very much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I had this funny feeling that was going to be what came out of all this, and I accept that. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, and the only thing the channel's adding is don't you dare allow yourself to go into doubt. There's no buyer's remorse here. If you make the decision to go, you go joyfully, knowing that everybody's taken care of and is going to be just fine. You're going to have the time of your life and expand, and she can come visit you, which is probably, the channel saying, better for both of you, that there's a shorter period of time. But you knew that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
You bet. You bet.
I have a quick... Go ahead.
Well, no, go ahead, baby, because I got to get on to somebody else. So what else did you need, Emily?
A question to check out with the channel. I read a brief thing that said the symptom of not having enough money is a trauma response. And like this not getting our needs met in whatever the trauma was, and then we create that by not having our needs met with not enough money. That's exactly what we teach. Because your focus, you keep your focus on the trauma. You hear me say all the time, you've got to let go of your old stories. Yeah.
Okay? So only put your attention on what you want and feel love and excitement around that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. It rang
bet.
true. I just wanted to check it out. Thank you so much.
You bet. All right. We're going to, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Amla in Connecticut. Did I pronounce that correctly?
It's Amala. How are you?
Amala. Beautiful. I'm fabulous, darling. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'd love for you to channel what's going on with me. I've done so much. It felt like August, September. I mean, it was, it's fall now, but I really feel like my soul is letting go of so much that doesn't serve me, and I'm feeling brighter and shinier at each and every moment. I'm just looking for a complimentary relationship as far as, because I love myself and I deserve that unconditional love in return. So just wondering what you think.
The first question that came in from the channel was, what were you modeled? What love relationship were you modeled by your parents growing up? Yeah.
Yeah. In a nutshell, basically that my father was the taker and my mom was the giver. So we had polar opposites. So that's what I grew up with.
Okay. And that's why you're not bringing in the person for yourself, because you're saying, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want a more equal relationship where I'm honored and respected. Yes. But your attention is keeping your brain focused on, I don't want that.
Okay.
That's only serving you so that you can see what you do want. So make a list. Okay. Make a list of everything you want. Feel the love and joy around that, and focus only on that. Okay? And
Yes.
in that, make sure that you put down, I accept that it is possible for me to create this.
Okay. So, like you were talking about before with the limitless possibilities.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
So
right,
do you feel like this? I just have this feeling like I think that's why I'm at the edge of my seat watching a movie. I'm just so excited for newness and this new invented me recreation of my whole paradigm I grew up with has been shattered, and I just feel so amazing.
Yeah, it's
going
really
through
freedom.
that.
It's freedom
Yes.
when you break through.
Yes. Yeah. So it's definitely possible. Any other messages from my angels? Just one last quick thing for the month.
No, baby, I'm not getting anything. Just know it's possible, and keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
Right? Just keep doing what you're doing, because there's what we call miracles are us opening to all possibilities.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay?
Well said. Yes. Thank you so much.
You bet, baby.
I'll see your show.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was already cutting you off there. Thanks, Emma. Thank you. Eileen in Brooklyn, you're on, babe.
Hi, Dee.
Hi, baby.
I feel like today is day one coming out of a really difficult period. And I did try to contact you a couple of times, and I didn't get a response.
What?
Yeah, I did.
Through email?
Yeah.
Where did you email me at?
Well, I am Dee Wallace.
Well, I look at all those myself, Eileen. So when we get off the show, email me again. I want to see if I get it. But
Okay.
in the meantime, what were your questions, sweetheart? My apologies.
Yeah. Well, I feel like today is day one coming out of a difficult period for me.
Okay, but what's your question?
Okay, my question is, does the channel see the shifting happening now? And, is there some significance to these two health issues that I was dealing with?
Well, guys, I'm not a doctor, but health issues always start in your energy first. And if you're not addressing anger and judgment and depression and the causes of all those things, it's going to show up ultimately in your body. When we don't nurture ourselves, as women especially, it's going to show up in a lot of our female areas, so that we can get the message, stop it. You better start putting yourself first. So let's ask the question, what do you need to get into alignment for joyful movement forward here? Am I going up here? I'm going here. Hold on. Here. Okay. So there's a belief, and again, thank you to the webinar for bringing this through. I'll never have enough energy to be God, so I give up trying to create me. So, guys, that's all we are, is energy. That's what we are. That's what everything is. So you have to have enough energy because you are energy. Now, whether that energy is available to you depends on your belief systems. So now we're going to a core belief, which is affecting the amount of energy that you have to work with. Here. 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 Well, see, I'll never be good enough. That's how you leave yourself with that core belief that you'll never be good enough, then creates you feeling that you don't have enough energy to be the God that you need to be to create your life.
Wow.
So if you can redirect that again through the state of love, I'm accepting that I'm good enough right now to be the God of me. And because I'm the God of me, I'm directing myself to be filled with the energy of love to create the desires of my heart.
Okay.
Got that?
I do. I'm recording it so I won't forget it.
Okay, good. Good. I would write that down. I would put a big smiley face underneath it to remind you to be in the state of love and joy when you claim it, not just read it off a Post-it. Those of you that were out here for Creation Station, you saw Post-its up all around my house with reminders for me, with smiley faces on them, because I walk the talk, guys, and I want you to. So I'm good enough right now. And because I know I'm good enough to be the God of me, I create all the energy I need to manifest the desires of my heart. And so can you feel that, Eileen?
Yes.
Okay, good. So just start playing with getting all that into alignment, and things are going to turn around a lot faster for you, okay?
I got it. Thank you.
All right, you bet, sweetheart. Yeah, guys, let's just claim now, I am the energy, so I have the energy. And if there's something you don't have the energy to do that you love doing, you better know there's a belief in your way somewhere that's telling you you bloody can't do it. Okay, we're going to Davina in Arizona because that creates resistance, and resistance is exhausting. Hi, Davina, you're on, baby.
Yes, wonderful Dee, awesome Dee.
Hi, sweetheart.
I wanted to know if you could bring something through. I've sensed so much of trauma or unresolved trauma this week regarding Kavanaugh, and even me listening to that was just, at times just really pulled at, old, heartstrings or old traumas that, I thought I'd resolved, but for so many, they haven't even told anybody. So can you give some clarification on that?
Well, yes, I can. And you know that as long as you keep holding on to your story and allowing yourself to be victimized by it, you do not recreate anything. You do not redirect your energy toward the freedom that you want. So if you cannot watch the hearings and remain objective, then I wouldn't watch them. Or watch the hearings and be objective enough to go, wow, this is really plugging me in. Why is this plugging me in so much? Because it happened to me. Well, okay, it happened to me. It happened to me 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whenever. And why am I allowing that to continue to run my life today? I am more powerful than that. That is something that happened. And those of you that took EST back in the 80s, they talked about this a lot, that they would take us through big exercises where literally they would say, okay, my father committing suicide was a fact. That's a fact that happened in my life. All the drama that I put on that I am choosing to put on that and continue to put on that. That's my choice. So the injustice that this is plugging everyone into is not being heard. That's the core of everything that's going on with Kavanaugh right now. And the Me Too movement is those age-old memories of I'm not heard. And if I'm not heard, I'm not respected. And if I'm not respected, I'm not honored. Right? So that's what all this is about. And that's what's plugging us into the injustice of it, because basically Congress was saying, well, we don't even want to hear about any of this. We're just going to put him through anyway, which pushed us and the feminine side of all of us, men and women alike, into those memories of when we were not heard, not respected, and not honored. So can you feel into that? Does that feel right to you?
Yes, very much so.
Okay. The people that didn't hear you before, they ain't going to be able to fix that, Davina. It's done. It's a fact that it happened. What you do with that fact now creates which way you create your life. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm choosing, what I'm putting my focus on.
That's right. And we can watch the proceedings and put our attention on what we know to do best through this community. I am claiming that everyone is heard. I am claiming that everyone is respected. I am claiming that the highest decisions for my country and what it was based on is followed through and honored and respected in this world. Again, what we want, not what we don't want. And that's where both parties are falling down, because they are keeping us focused on the injustice and the split. And, you know, I'm going to write and call Flake's office and thank him for having the courage to just be in touch with his consciousness and do what was right for everyone. It was a huge moment when he stepped forward to do that. And that's what we want to celebrate within ourselves and for the world, Davina. So the more you can start claiming, I am heard, I am respected, I am honored, and most of all, I am heard, respected, and honored by myself. Do you understand?
Yes, it starts with me.
Always starts with you. And the more you honor yourself, you know, back to going to Korea, the more you honor yourself, the more the world can come forward to honor you. Okay?
Yes.
All right,
Thank
baby.
you so much. Awesome.
You're welcome. It was a great thing to bring up because it's flipping on everybody's mind. I know. Kimmy, what's up?
Hello, Dee.
Hello, darling.
Awesome show as always.
Thank you.
The webinar, well, I'm still going through some of the stuff and working with my little teenager. But I have a question. On my right hand, the ring finger, it locks up in the morning. And I know you're not a doctor. What's all that about? Do you know? Well, you probably do.
Well, I'm saying it's about anything, and I get a no. How are you sleeping?
I sleep for a while, then I wake up.
No, but I mean, are you sleeping on your back or on your side or?
Oh, okay. I do both. I sleep on my back, and I also sleep on typically my right side.
Yeah, I think there's a position that you're holding your hand in when you're sleeping that's kind of like cramping it up. During the day, it gets better.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's all it is, Kim.
Oh, okay. All right.
So just tell yourself before you go to sleep that you're going to wake up anytime you're putting pressure on your hand.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Is there anything? Nope, not getting anything else, babe.
Cool. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Kim, I want to address one other thing with you while I've got you.
Okay, sure.
Okay, guys, and can I share your emails about the taxes?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. So Kim emailed me. That's why I try and get back to everybody that emails me. So it disturbs me that I didn't get those other ones. But, you know, that she needs so much money for her taxes by October 6th. And how long have you been claiming that money coming in, Kim?
When you were doing the Napoleon Hill thing about writing out the, you know, what you wanted, probably around that time. It's been a while, so yeah.
Okay, but guys, this is how we make ourselves feel like we're not creating, and the challenge here is to be open to all possibilities, okay, of it miraculously coming in time, which is possible. But also, guys, you're going to know that you're in your financial power the more you consciously handle your finances. So if you know you're going to have to pay taxes every year, then we should be putting stuff away every month for our taxes so that we live in the responsibility and the experience that, oh, now it's time to pay the taxes. Look, I'm a great creator. I've managed to look ahead and put that money away and create that.
And I always, when I had my job, I was always putting money away for that. But now my situation has changed, as you know, and now it's like, okay, paying property taxes, or do I pay my bills? So, yeah.
Well, and so how many job interviews have you been out on, Kim, since you lost your job?
I've had two. One was not going to work out, and then the other, I took some testing. I had an interview. They liked me. I took some testing, and now I'm just waiting for the testing to come back, and that was last week.
Okay.
I haven't heard from them since.
Can you claim completion? That you have completion of a great new job that pays you, you know, really, really well. It's the completion part. So, and then, guys, always make sure to ask the universe to come and partner in with you on all this. Okay? All right, baby. Thank you for letting me teach that lesson.
Not a problem. I'm here to serve. Thank you, Dee, for rocking it out, as always. Love ya.
I love you, too. So, you know, a lot of times what I'm saying is a lot of times we set ourselves up, guys. by not looking ahead to the responsibilities we have. That's why you make a budget, so you're able to. I went through this with my old business manager for so many years. I said, I don't want to be hit with 20 grand at the end of the year. And he, for some reason, didn't want to make a separate account to put taxes in, but I finally insisted on it, and then the money was always there, and sometimes I had more than enough in there, and then I got that back, which was an extra surprise, and then I'm never under the pressure of trying to come up with it at the last minute. Okay. God helps him who helps himself. Catherine in New York, you're on.
Hi, this has been a fantastic show. I almost feel like I don't have a question anymore.
We hear that a lot, Catherine.
Like, I was calling about a manager situation. Like, I'm an artist as well, and I'm looking for a manager. And I have a few feelers out there. But then I was kind of thinking of what you were saying, and I was like, oh, well, I've been carrying around this unworthiness, or like nobody defends me more so, I think, from previous experiences.
Yes, and the channel wants to remind you that your previous experiences were created from false belief systems that you're not taken care of and stuff. So you can't go to your reality, guys, because your reality, if it's not what you want it to be, you created a long time ago out of lower vibratory belief systems. Okay?
Right.
There's also a thing, Catherine, of, gosh, I wish I had a manager, but I really don't want to pay somebody 10%.
Ah, wow. Oh, I'll get rid of that quick.
Yeah, because better to work a lot and pay people that are helping you than not to work as much and not pay them. Again,
very true.
Every time I write my checks out, I put hearts on them because I want to send that money that I owe to people with love. I don't want to ever be in resentment for having to pay a bill, because then money doesn't come to me as easily. So,
wow. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
So you're putting some stuff together here. So, love money and love the fact, like Kirk, that your talent is worth a financial acknowledgement. And that, when you all get okay with that, money comes to you a lot more easily. See, most of us are going, I want more money. I want more money. And at the same time, we're going, oh, yeah, but money's the root of all evil. And besides, I won't be a nice person or really pure creative if I start making a lot of money. And so you can see what a confused signal that is that we send out to the universe, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we want to get our little child and our teenager and everywhere we exist, any place and all the space in between, get all of that on board and integrated with what we want right now. And so it is. So around everything that's come in during the show, we're claiming the symbol, the formula, the violet flame, and the golden light, which neutralizes all but the truth and washes out the confusion and brings in the clarity. Okay? So you got it, Catherine?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you, darling.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, my
Bless you.
good. Yeah, you're welcome, sweetheart. Well, here we are at the end of another fabulous show. I was running as fast as I could, but I couldn't quite get through everybody. All right. Let's say it together and say it with gusto. I love me, and I love me even more because I know that's what it's all about.
Thanks for joining Dee on Conscious Creation. Visit her website at imdwallace.com for awesome downloads, archived shows, enlightening webinars, and amazing free offerings. And remember, you can hear Dee every week on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, plus UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network. Be sure to join us next week for Conscious Creation with Dee Wallace. And remember, loving yourself is the key to creation.